Well, good evening, and thank you all for being here for this occasion. Thanks also to Dwayne Phelps, our athletic director, to our director of alumni relations, Emily Gordon, to the alumni board, our head of school, Dr. George Pennick, and to all of St. Andrews administration for making tonight possible. As Coach Couple said, I'm Dan Roach, and this evening I have the distinct pleasure of introducing to you our next inductee to the St. Andrews Athletic Hall of Fame, my dear friend, former teammate, and brother on the gridiron, Jay Steen. I first met Jay in the fall of 1974 when he transferred as a high school freshman to St. Andrews from another school. He made an immediate impact as a three-sport letterman in varsity football, basketball, and baseball. And if that weren't enough, he likewise turned the heads and won the hearts of all the girls in our high school. And probably some of the junior high too, but we're not going to go there. Again, in our sophomore year, Jay earned another varsity letter in each of these three sports and was chosen by his football teammates as the best defensive player that year. He won the most improved honors and a St. Award in basketball while averaging roughly 10 points per game. And that spring, he helped lead the varsity baseball team through the postseason playoffs and was named All-District. As fate would have it, our junior year proved to be a breakout year for Jay and for the teams he participated in. As a running back, he amassed 859 yards rushing over 9 games and was selected as the varsity team's most valuable player. He also was named to the All-City team, and in varsity basketball, Jay averaged 18.7 points per game, and this was before the three-point line was put in place. He was selected as the team's MVP and received honorable mention All-City as well. In the spring of 1977, under the direction of head coach Mike Barquette and with the talented leadership of Jay Steen, the St. Andrews varsity baseball team won its very first state championship. Jay was the team's most valuable player. He was district MVP and high school All-American, and he was also named by the Clarion Ledger as the Metro Player of the Year. As our senior year approached, Jay was selected co-captain of our varsity football team. And as we headed into the season, he rushed for just over 100 yards in each of the first 2 games that we had that year. But then the following Monday, he and our head coach, Andy Mullins, received the disappointing news that the governing body of our athletic conference had ruled that Jay was ineligible, that he had exhausted his varsity eligibility due to the fact that he had attended as a 9th grader a junior high program at his previous school before transferring to St. Andrews. As a result of that decree, Jay was forced to forego the remainder of his senior seasons and his St. Andrews athletic career. But this story does have a happy ending. For in the spring of 1978, Jay signed with Coach Jake Gibbs and the Ole Miss Rebels, becoming the first St. Andrews student athlete to sign with a Division I college baseball program. Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues and honored guests, family and friends, it is my honor and privilege to introduce Jay Steen as a new inductee into the St. Andrews Episcopal School Athletic Hall of Fame. Jay?
Only Dan and I'll know this, but Dan, Mississippi Mud shining on me. That's a song we had the Doobie Brothers.
That's right. That's how we passed the time on a waitress. Is we'd sit in the back of the bus and sing old Doobie Brothers. The harmony left a little bit to be desired, and you will not be forced to endure that.
No, we won't give you another rendition of that.
All right, you're on, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate it, my friend. As Coach Mullins said, you know, gray hair, that's a long time ago. I didn't realize that. I think you kind of ad-libbed on some of that stuff. But anyhow, I'm not good at speaking, and I'm certainly not good at speaking behind a podium. But if any of y'all would like to talk to me after this shindig is over, let's go to the lounge. got good there. Anyhow, as Dan was alluding to, and Mike so eloquently put it, I shared all the sentiments that Mike had to say about my coaches. So I won't go there. There's going to be a lot of thank yous. I thank Dan Roach, my teammate, to come up here and accept my call to introduce me. I thank my friend Jim Peoples, who gave me the news about a month or so ago that this school that I loved had inducted me into the Hall of Fame. Are you kidding? I was speechless, and J-Ro knows it. That's what I call him, J-Ro. He calls it Jimbo, J-Ro, we call it Jimbo. But, you know, I went to another school on Lakeland Drive. My junior high school career, what career was that? I tried out for every sport and couldn't make the team. And I'll never forget the summer of my 9th grade year, my good friend Doug Lauderdale introduced me to Coach Mike Barquette and said, you know what, you might be interested in just coming to St. Andrews and giving it a try. And you know, I said, you know what, I was frustrated beyond belief. I said, you know what, I need an opportunity. Just give me a chance. And sure enough, made the decision to transfer, and it couldn't have been a better decision in my life. I mean that. This school has meant everything to me. The coaches, as Mike alluded to, I'll never forget trying to play football. I always played roughhouse with kids, you know, in the neighborhood, blah, blah, blah. But put the pads on and really want to hit somebody, well, I'm not so sure I really was into all that. but no, you know, being a new guy at a new school, you got to impress the what did you say, Dan?
The young ladies.
The young ladies. So I had to put the pads on. Oh. But we had a drill with Coach Mullins. I'll never forget it. I didn't really want contact too much. But he had a drill where he forced me into playing. 2 offensive tackles, 2 defensive tackles. He is a middle linebacker. And we had a bruising running back by the name of Mike Warwick, who, rest his soul. No, I'm serious. Has passed away, and but he was one tough son of a gun. Whistle blows, and this is either I'm playing football or I'm not, because he's fixing to run me over. I just somehow decided I'm going full steam. Closed my eyes. I got a little bit lower than he did, and the collision occurred. I remember waking up. Coach Mullins grabbed me. That's what I'm talking about. Mike had fumbled the football. I wasn't hurt. I said, this feels pretty good. That's a football story. Basketball. I wish Coach Bass and Coach Louts, they gave me the opportunity to participate and play. Y'all don't know them, but other people do. I just kept practicing. I'll never forget another little story is I was playing church basketball, 15. And there's a man in here tonight that was coaching me that I respect as much as I did my own father. And we were practicing, and I see this girl come in the gymnasium with these little short shorts and a halter top. And my attention immediately went there. Well, this man hand shivered the basketball, hit me about upside the chest, and said, get back in the game. Lo and behold, it turned out that man is sitting here, my father-in-law, Ed Wall. And I'm lucky enough to know that tell you that I was lucky enough to marry his daughter. Years ago. That's a story for another day. But, you know what, when you talk about Hall of Fame, I'm babbling, and I know that, but I'm honored beyond words. But the real hero to me is another person in this room. And that's a young man that idolized everything I did growing up. He was at every game, wanted to be just like his older brother. And man, I was tough on my kid brother, real tough on him. But he was a great athlete in his own right. He was a hell and heck of a golfer, one heck of a basketball player, and was in a lot of got his, in the prime of his life, left him a quadriplegic. So we're talking about Hall of Fame, and the Hall of Fame of life, it's my brother sitting back there, Clay Steen. I wish he was. Hall of Fame. With that being said, I think I've said enough. But I thank you. Like I said, I was going to thank you, and I'll say it one more time. Thank you. I'm deeply honored for this award. I thank you, Coach Couples, Coach Barquette, Coach Andy Mullins, my teammates that are present and that are not here. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for these people. Thank you very much.